Hello everybody, I'm back for the Tops Machete 0.170. This should be the room review, so we will talk about specifications. You've seen probably, I hope so, my first in-use video for this machete. So as I said, this is great machete. About the practical way, when I spoke about the tip, as I said, they made this kind, this kind of tip. You see it how the angle here, on the tip is more down. So they said it is good or better for if you make the bow drill. So you need to prepare the board. So you will do the hole inside. So when you turn, it should help you to make the hole faster. But I didn't speak about the coating, which is very good. It's really hard coating. So for the rust resistance, to keep the machete out of rust, it is great. But in this way, it doesn't serve you pretty well. If you can see, I hope, the coating is really big. It is really big. I don't know how to say it in English. You know what I mean? The piece, the plate of the coating is really big. I mean thick, and you can see on the tip it is rounded, I can say. So these corners, if I can call it like that, are rounded. So it is basically working against that what you want. So if you want to use it, you need to unstrip this one, and to be honest, probably make the point more sharp, because I showed it on the in-use video that you can't really use the point as a real point for stabbing. In my eyes, they really concentrated when they make the machete for the chopping task. So the machete was really sharp somewhere until this part for the whole way, but this part wasn't that sharp, and I tried to make it more sharper than before, and the tip is still not really, because if you see the grinding, so there are two lines of grinds. So one is here, so it is covered by the coating, and second is the real secondary bevel. But as I said, it is not like it is probably secondary bevel, but not like unusually under knives. The angle is not that big, but the second line, as I said, which is the definition of the angle before the secondary bevel, is here, more close to the tip, so to the edge. So the angle is much more big. So it's going basically like without the secondary bevel. It's going straight away to the edge, and in this part to the tip also. So the tip is really not sharp. It means include this, what I said before, include the coating. If you don't strip the coating and probably don't make it sharp, this part here, more, do the regrinding somewhere here, it will probably not serve for the purpose which they make, what they think about this, about the sharp point. So I think any folding knives, all the knives you saw me maybe in my Bark River Ford video, showed us will be served better than this one, because the tip is not that sharp. I mean, it is not about the initial sharpness on the edge, but for this part also, So that's only point for the using. But in the other ways, as I said, this is great tool, and there is really not big complication to reduce this one. So that's nothing really wrong. So let's start about specifications. I describe it, you see it, I describe it on the blade because it will be much more helpful. We got 43 centimeters for the full length from here to the tip, and actually it was 43 and 16.92 inches described here. So 16.92 inches. That's over length. We got 17 centimeters from the handle finish. From the tip, from the handle start to the handle finish, 17 centimeters, which will be about 6.7 about of inches, 6.7 inches to the handle from here, from the end to this end. So this is 17 centimeters or 6.7 inches, which gives you a chance to hold it really nearly start on the handle. Here, even here. So you got about four position just on the handle. Don't count the finger choil. So you got this one, move just back here. I said I got small hand, so maybe for me this for someone this should be finished position, so third one. But doesn't matter. I can be here and really then move really back here. So this one is the most of secure handling for everything. What you do, but this one for the bird's beak it is great. You saw it. Yeah, the handle is thin in this way, so you really need sometimes when you chop, you really need to move a little bit forward. But it is not really dangerous because the handle, it is just for comfort. The handle will your hand will be really stuck here, so you don't need to be worried. It will fly from your hand if you don't open your hand too much, so that's, you don't need to be worried. Let's carry on about length. So the finger choil is exactly 1 inch, so 2.5 to 2.5 centimeters about, so exactly 1 inch. And we got length from here to the tip, which is 26 centimeters or 10.23 inches. So this is 26 centimeters, 10.23 inches. So let's describe it here, so you can read it. Definitely, it's for you and for me. It is also easy to speak about two measurement system. The actual edge, so from here to here, it is 24.5 centimeters. 24.5 centimeters, so 9.64 inches. So we are talking from this position where the finger choil is finishing to the point. As you can see here, I just put this line and these numbers here, because I came like to the sweet point, So you basically using for your chopping this point, this part of the machete. The angle here, for the swing, sometimes if you go by some bush or something, you will use probably the angle a little bit more about the tip if you don't stop something, so you probably will not use it. So this is 5.5 centimeters or 2.16 inches. So why I'm saying this one, so if you go this one, 24.5, as I said, was it right? 24.5. Yeah, seems to me I missed something. There's maybe 1 centimeter more, but I really did it. Okay. Point is, you don't use this one. You're not using this one. Somewhere I'm screwed. All right. So I'm looking where is the problem? Why I can't count this one? And the problem is that the finger choil is starting here, but I start the measurement from the end of that. That's the 1 centimeter where it missed in my counting. I said, why, it is not possible, it should be 27 centimeters, but it is not. It is from here and here, so we are counting this one. So it is, everything's, as I said, everything's right done because I measured it by myself. So it's not just so 5.5 back to the point. So you got this one, so you got 24.5 minus this 5.5 centimeter to use, which is 24 minus 5, so about 19 centimeters of using, which is 19.7, something about 7 inches for real use. So this one, so you got this one for real use. I mean, of course, if you're here, you could reach. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it a bit later. If you can see on the blade, so you really can see where I really use the machete. I mean the sweet points which are using normally. So how much it is? 3 inches about, or 9 centimeters, something. 3 inches or 7.5 centimeters. So somewhere here. So I'm really, most of time when I'm chopping, I'm here, and it doesn't matter if I hold it this way, or this way. I'm still concentrating chopping power here. Just to imagine, we got a long blade, but still using just the part, because you know the machete. I will not chop with this machete logs with a complete length with these 19 or centimeters or 9 inches, because this is not made for it anyway. There's actually probably no tool which is doing, I mean hand tool, which you can chop a log that wide for full like length of material. It should be flatted, and then you really will do this one, which is probably not you will do it. Another important thing is the weight. The weight is 432 grams or 15.2 ounces, which a little bit surprised me. I expected it's a bit lighter, but that you can see how light it. I feel it. I didn't feel it like the trackers, which I used to compare or put this one aside of the trackers as a help, as a company. So this is about, it is 150 over 160 grams lighter, which is something. It is, of course, it is weight, but for the point of balance, which is actually, now we are speaking about it, a little bit behind the finger choil, just a bit. See that? Just behind this, behind the point. If I'm here, behind the blue line here, so a little bit on that way. So the point of balance is, if you are you're choking up, holding a machete like this one, the weight is more on the blade side, but it is just a bit. So why it looks too lighter for me, because you usually hold the machete like here and here, so it is really, you are a little bit forward to the tip balance, but you don't feel it. If you don't have it in your hand, it's maybe a little bit hard to imagine, but it is really, it looks like it is lighter. But 432 grams, I put it on scale today, so it is like that, 15.2 point. As I said, when I got this one, I think the draw knife on the Tops machete, Tops tracker and Bark River tracker is also about 7 centimeters, so close to 3 inches, which surprisingly is something like this one. So you say, someone say, okay, the draw knife on the trackers is small one. It is interesting that both of the trackers, which I showed, the drawing knife is very similar length, and the length is on this way. It looks like that. So you can see in practical use, we usually use, say, 10 centimeters, so 4 inches about, for the tool. And it doesn't matter how long it is, because we feel the sweet point, so we are using it there. And the other part only if situation or material with you working with ask for it. So that's thing. So we got all the measurements. I hope I set all of them. So you got everything here, exclude the handle. I said 17 centimeters or 7 inches. This is about Machete. Blade, as I said, 3.3 millimeters thick. I don't know the how it is in inches. So it is much more thinner than 316. That's important. Much more thinner. So about 1/3 of that. 1095. It is hardened for 56 probably on spine to 58 on the edge. So 1095 hardened as a silent hero and that kind of knives, the high level, but they are in the same material, similar coating, same hardness. So you can imagine this is, and that's what important today. I checked the price on Topps page. It is $165 or on Amazon it is $107. Interesting was the longer version, 0.230 is for the same price on the Amazon today. So that's Machete is longer like this one for the same price. Okay, I saw it before for $92, but I don't know, the situation price are changing, we know it. So this is what I want to say, and you got the same quality product, for example, as a silent hero is, for real, material, coating, handle, liners, everything for half price. Wow. I like silent hero. It is great knife, but when I first time went to forest with this one, started choking up, I said, wow, this is more, the feel is much better than in silent hero where you do the small carving. Maybe because the thinner blade, yes. But for the use, nothing wrong about silent hero. We spoke about the knife, but this could be replacing of your silent hero for half price. But of course it is longer, it could be advantage and disadvantage. So it could be the choice, especially if you reprofile the tip, as I will do. Maybe I'll show you later, we'll see. So this, I will make more a knife with this Machete because it is really great. Well, carry on. We got this ballistic nylon sheet. I just put this strap here because you got the option to put it on your belt here, or you could molly. As you can see, I don't know how you will put on your molly. Maybe, oh yeah, you can attach it to your bag, of course. There's the button, and you can use it as you want. You got what is nice. You got two pockets. Got 2 pockets. Pretty much deep. Oh yeah, for longer than my fingers are. So really, you can put your sharpening stones, fire kit, even folding knife or something like that. You got actually 2 of them. See, got two of the pockets, and I'm looking if one of them is small one of them not, but no, they look similar. They look similar. So you got 2 pockets. The sheet is, sheet is not the best, but after modifying it could be better. We'll see. I made one for myself, but to be honest, I'm not happy with that. I will remake it because this tool is really worth it. So my sheet. This is my sheet for now. I got a belt loop here because the machete is not that heavy and not too long, so I can have it on side on the belt. But I will review it. I'm not happy with that. It was I wanted to make it fast, and you know, sometimes fast is not the best. What I want to show you. Okay, you got this one. No anything else for support. So if you will be somewhere in wet or snowy area, this will fail probably very fast. When you put your machete in, so there is without the locking, it is there's nothing really to hold the machete in. Tried, even I tied it up as possible. I can Velcro. You see that how it's falling down. But I got the first choil in the handle, so there is part which is stopped. It stops the machete fall down. But you know you see that, and sometimes maybe you don't see it. I started to remove it. I want to see the system, how it is built inside, because maybe I will replace and use the ballistic nylon. So guys, enjoy this one. So this is the plastic inside of this, so you can use this one and put there some, you know, put there some your system which will maybe hold the machete better. Maybe I will do that. I will do the ballistic nylon, but I will put the better maybe Kydex, I don't know. So it is a little bit shaped by heat. So this is the inside of sheet, and I am sure all of these sheets made by nylon will got inside some plastic like this one is. So this is basically the plastic. It was glued, so it was a little bit harder to take it off from that, but I done it. I succeed, and I'm happy without any damaging of this one. And I was really concentrated to that much that I will break this one if need to. But I succeed. I'm happy with that. So this is the basic sheet for it, which is there. So another way, what I am thinking that I will do, maybe I will fix this one maybe by Kydex, just for the click, you know, for the secure without any strapping here, and just I will use this one folded over like this, and maybe it will be new way for the belt. So it will be simply in this position, but locked, of course, here, which will be not maybe the worst idea I ever had about this one. We'll see. So this is something. Last things. One from important is you remember these points on the top for the trackers. As I spoke about, when you're choking up, you got always one finger on the top. This is interesting because when you hold this machete here with my finger, so you can see my fingers are accommodate where it should be. Finger choil, the flat place, so no damaging of my finger. Especially this is nicely rounded. So this is great, and the third finger will go to this choil, and the last one, pinky, will go here. So I'm basically here, and you know, when I'm using the trackers, I said, okay, so the handles are done like this one. Okay, I can change anything on that. Yeah, I could. I think actually to put one of those out. We'll see, but not at the moment. Just forget. But this is a good idea, because when I use this one, I said, wow, something is different. I didn't feel any discomfort for for the handle, for the finger, and it is because this one. So this is very comfortable for the choking up. If you do this one, there is no any damaging or hurting your fingers. It is really, really nice. So you can use it in this way, and even chop this way. I show you. You can chop this one, and nothing is digging to your fingers, and that's really great. So I think this is everything I want to say about this machete. So great a company, great maybe standalone tool, because as I said, it's sturdy. It is flexing, but not that much. So it's really, really great. I really love it. It is one from best machetes I saw. It is not cheap, as you can see, compared to the other companies, but there are cheaper materials, cheaper handles, cheaper steel, you know, everything, simply everything. So you are going to high standard, as I said on the in use video. This is great. I very recommend this one. To do some homework on it will be, I think, good option. Include to make the point here for fire starter, and then you are 100% ready with this. I forget to tell you, this is Joe Flowers cooperation with that director, I think, of Topps company. I can't remember the name now. So I think this is great tool. So I'm looking forward to buy the longer version, where it will be not the finger choil, but it will be long reach, you know, and everything steel thickness and everything is the same, include the handle. So if I will have it, I will do review for you if you like it. If you want to see something which I didn't with the machete, just let me know, and I'm sure I can find a time to do the request, because this tool is really worth the money. Thank you very much. See you later.